Hello, I'm with Zoe, our product engineer today, and we're talking about transcription.
Hello.
So, Zoe, can you walk us through what actually happens between tapping the recorder session and getting a note?
Yep, let's run through that. Now in Minikai, we have a new feature, which is record a session. And this is going to be really powerful in order to do more long form notes or also be able to record family meetings or handovers or anything like that. So in the chat box, we have a new button, which is record a session. And once you click that, the first thing that it's going to do is ask if everyone has consented. This is really important to check with everyone in the room if they're comfortable with being recorded. And once you click this button, it'll start the recording. I'm just going to read out a quick note that I've prepared earlier, and then that'll be handed off to the Mini. So, yeah, I'd like to record my session with Ned today. This morning, he seemed a bit flat when I got in around 9. Said that he didn't sleep great. Reckon he was up a few times overnight. He told me his lower back was aching again, pointed to the left side, so said it was about 4 out of 10. I had a look and he was moving a bit slower, getting from the bed to the chair. Needed a bit more support than usual on that transfer. No redness or swelling that I could see on his back. Breakfast went okay. He had most of his porridge and a full cup of tea, around 200 mils. Took his morning meds fine, no dramas there. I think the back pain might be tied to how he slept. He was a bit twisted up in bed when I came in. He brightened up a fair bit after a warm shower, and by mid-morning he was chatting and had a laugh with me about the footy. Going to keep an eye on the back throughout the day, let the afternoon staff to watch his transfers, and if it's still bothering him tomorrow, I'll flag it with the team leader to see about getting the physio to take a look. So once you're finished then, what it's going to do is it's going to transcribe all of that and hand it straight to the Mini. So it is important to call out that there can be errors with the transcript, so it's important to just take a brief look over it once it's finished and make sure that there's no errors there with any of, especially medications or family names, things like that. Awesome. So you can see here that the recorder session is ready, and here is the transcript that it generated. And then now the Mini said that it's read the transcript and it's asking what I want to do next. So I'm going to say that I'd like to draft a progress note. And you can basically from then on do whatever you need to do with that transcript. It'll be in the context of the Mini. So if you need to write the note or maybe write a follow-up email or anything like that, you can do that after.
And Zoe, so I can see that we've already got dictate in the app. So, what does recorder session enable?
So the main limitations that are with dictate is it's really when you're doing kind of a short form questions or anytime that you would type something and prefer to speak it, that's what dictate is used for. And it struggles a bit when it gets to more long form content, which is why we have this recorder session. And so recorder session is really good for those longer forms, like the example I just did of a progress note, or it can also be used for family meetings or if there's anything between multiple people, because it's able to pick up the different speakers and it will format them with those different speakers in there as well.
Nice. Okay. And how is using Minikai different to using another scribe tool?
Yeah, and that's a great question. So I think Minikai is really powerful because we do have all that additional history and all the information already there about the participant. So when you're drafting a note, it already has that context that it needs about the person. So you can see earlier when I asked about the, that it said about the transcript, it actually flagged something about the new lower left side pain because it can bring in that history of that participant. The other reason that we're different is that Minikai is set up with all of your organization's best practices and policies. So when you are doing the transcribing and converting it into notes or, templates or anything like that, we already have your organization's best practice, using the right words, putting it in the right format, all those other things that are really important.